One of the tools that is gaining popularity among Microsoft Excel users is Sparklines. These represent tiny graphs that fit in one cell and help us visualize a trend in the data that we are working with. These miniature charts can be helpful when we have data in rows and columns, as they allow us to spot certain patterns and understand the data at a glance. A big plus of Sparklines is that they are very easy to insert. Let's add Sparklines to the data that we have here. The table shows the sales that were achieved by 3 sales agents throughout the year. Let's name the column that stands on the right side of the table as Trend. This is where we will insert our Sparklines. I'll select the first cell and open the Insert tab, where we have the Sparklines section. Here we can choose the type of sparkline that we would like to insert: line, column, and win-loss. It depends on the type of data that you are working with. For example, the win-loss format could be appropriate when the data includes negative numbers. In our current example, a line or column sparkline would be more appropriate. I'll click on Line, and a dialog box will appear. Here we will have to select 2 things. The first one is the range of data for which we would like to create a sparkline, which is why I'll pick the sales figures of agent number 1. Then we have to select the cell where we would like to have the sparkline. Given that we were already positioned in M3, Excel suggests to us that we create the sparkline in M3, which is what we want to do. So I'll click OK. And here is our first sparkline. Great! The Design tab that is titled Sparkline Tools contains most of the options that we'll need when working with sparklines. We can emphasize the high or low point of the sparkline, its negative points, or add a marker for each of the values that we have. If we want to modify its appearance, we can do it in the Style section, where we can select styles and colors of our choosing. Let's say that at some point we would like to change the type of the sparkline that we've created. This is how it's done. We simply have to click on Column or Win-Loss, and Excel will modify the type of sparkline that we have. Sparklines are easy to use, as they can be copied and pasted. By using Copy and Paste, we can create 2 new sparklines that show the trend of sales for the other 2 sales agents of the firm. You should be aware that the Delete button does not allow you to eliminate a sparkline. In order to do that, you have several options. One of them is to delete the row, but it might be much easier to use the Clear Selected Sparklines command. So these are the main things that you need to know when adding sparklines to your Excel sheets. This can be a very useful tool when you are trying to get an instant idea of the data that you are working with.